Absolute crazy activity in the precious metals markets are telling us that we are in for a good time as we head through the end of the year. I'm going to give you all the reasons why in this video. But first, I want to say thank you for joining me here in the basement. We're in the basement. We're together. We love to talk about precious metals. Please subscribe to the channel. That is free. Give the video a thumbs up and share the word about what's going on with precious metals. Let's start by taking a look what Citibank is saying about silver. And then we got a lot more to talk about, including potential squeeze and how the silver market is actually very similar to what has just happened in the platinum market, and gold from Goldman Sachs and Citi and JP Morgan Chase. Guys, this is crazy. We got a lot to talk about, but let's start by talking about Citi and hear what they're telling us to expect for Christmas. As soon as Christmas, my fellow basement dwellers, Citi is bullish on the silver price with a 6 to 12 month forecast raised to US dollar $43 per ounce. But they say the gold price peak may have ended due to a tightening physical supply of silver, and we're going to dig into that later, and escalated investment demand. Citi estimated silver prices to continue rising in the coming months. The 3-month silver forecast has been raised from $38 to $40, while the 6 to 12 month forecast has been lifted to US dollar $43. So now Citibank, right, one of the most respected, biggest investment banks in the world, 200,000 employees, is telling us higher silver prices. Let's talk about what's going on right now, and then we got a lot more to talk about with these metals. But does it feel like the summer doldrums? Remember that in precious metals? The summer doldrums, right? When everything slows down. Think about how strong silver and gold have been. Let's go out and take a look at these charts, and then I want to revisit this idea of summer doldrums. Here we are looking at the silver chart. When I pull it up for you, there we go. Guys, this is good. This is a 1-year chart of silver. There is so much to unpack here, but there's 1 year. When we look at what has happened over the course of this year, right? Of course, here's our line at $35, right, which we successfully broke through. Here was another line at $36, $37. We successfully broke through. If this is the summer doldrums, I'd say we're doing okay. How do you feel about that, right? We are up there. And when Citi talks about $40, $43 silver, don't forget the move to $50 from there will happen very quickly. The other thing we want to look at on this chart is this area right here, all right, which was critical, again, for us to get through. Hold on a minute. Let me get this pulled up on a shorter time frame for us to look at. 1 month, 6 month. We'll look at the 6 month. You know, we had a lot of consolidation in this area, this $36, $35 range. And those were people who maybe didn't believe in the long-term thesis behind silver leaving, but being replaced with people who do believe in the long-term thesis. The other critical thing to remember is right now at $38.65 silver in the futures market, think about it. There aren't, almost everybody is in the green. Are you in the green on the silver that you've bought over the last years or decades? Everybody is in the green. Everybody is making profit. There are so few people out there. And if you're one of them, my heart goes out to you, but hang in there because you soon will be in the green. But there's just only a handful of people out there who bought silver at $42 or $43. Yeah, when we look at a long-term chart, so there aren't many people waiting for silver to hit a price where they can get out, where they can sell. Oh, something also crazy about silver. Let's look at this. Let's just remember this. If this is the summer doldrums, guys, if we go back 1 year ago right now, the silver price was in this like $28 per ounce range. We are up a full $10, 35% in the silver price in the last year. When we look at gold, it's even a little crazier. Let's pull this up for us. Look at the 1 year chart of gold. I was shocked to realize when I went back a year ago right now, we're looking at gold prices at let's see, on July 24th. Remember that day? That was a special day. Yeah, we did a live stream together. And it's always a big deal. I forgot to tell you, you are the most important part of the basement. This is not possible without you. So thank you. And a year ago right now, when you were down here in the basement with me, we had a gold price of $2,400. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Over the last year, the price of gold is up $1,000 per ounce. But this is the summer doldrums. Yeah. It's okay. If this is the summer doldrums and we're holding at a $3,300 gold price, and we're holding right at a $37, $38 silver price through the quote unquote summer doldrums, I'd say we're doing okay. And we know there's big reasons to look forward to what's going to happen here in the future. Now, what about this silver lease rates exploding? Have you heard about that? Right, that's kind of a recent news story. Everybody's jumping on it, but it could be indicating for us that we may be in for a move similar to what platinum had. Platinum's up like 40%. Okay. I mean, I was sitting down here, I don't know, 5-6 weeks ago, and I was even looking at my local coin shop, and I was thinking, I'm going to go buy some couple ounces of platinum. I didn't. And man, was that a mistake, because platinum skyrocketed from like under $1,000 per ounce all the way to 1,400. But there was a big canary in the coal mine, and I'm going to show you the reason why that could relate directly to what's going on right now in the silver markets. Let's go out to the Silver Academy, who shares some insights for us about what's happening here. Silver lease rates are surging over 6%. It says, just like platinum did before its major breakout. Here we go. In yellow, silver shortages hit London. Oh, those... We feel so bad for the people over there at the London Bullion Market Association, the LBMA, right? Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. There's a silver shortage. After all these years of you exerting what some people speculate could be unfair trading practices, now there's a little bit of a shortage, fueling fears of a historic price squeeze and a violent breakout reminiscent of platinum's explosive rally. Okay, Tavi Costa brings this up. Silver lease rates are surging, just like platinum did before its major breakout a few weeks ago. If you ask me, if it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, I'll answer that for you, Tavi. And I love Tavi, great guy, super great analyst. If it looks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's probably a duck. Let's just read these few paragraphs, guys, because this could get super exciting for silver. The canary in the coal mine. Just weeks ago, the platinum market provided a stunning warning to metals investors. Lease rates for physical platinum began spiking in late spring, ultimately peaking above 22% in June as supply tightened and above ground inventories plunged to multi-year lows. Does that sound familiar? This was a flashing warning signal for those watching precious metals, and it didn't take long for prices to respond. Platinum surged from under $1,000 to over $1,400 an ounce, gaining 40% in just a few months and hitting 11-year highs. The pivotal cause? A squeeze in available supply, driven by mining disruptions in South Africa and booming industrial and jewelry demand. Does that sound familiar, silver investors? Triggered a scramble by refiners and manufacturers to secure physical metal at any cost. The canary in the coal mine for precious metals. Is this happening in the silver market? This is happening in the silver market. We know the plethora of reasons why there is this massive imbalance in the silver market right now, right? An imbalance between the make-believe paper silver that they like to trade over there at the LBMA, the London Bullion Market Association, and those fine men and women at the COMEX here in the United States of America, right? Oh boy, aren't we going to feel sorry for them when the physical market overtakes the electronic paper market for silver. We've seen what's happened in gold. We've seen what's happened in platinum. Is silver to be next? Silver is to be next. It's going to be very, very interesting. Oh, and by the way, don't tell anybody, but there's a couple other X factors right now, one of which is this little country called China, who has an insatiable appetite for silver. Yeah, they're buying the concentrates directly from the miners now in South America. Oh, and there's another country called India, both of which were pretty much non-factors 10 years ago, both of which now have like the fastest growing economies in the world and an insatiable appetite for a dwindling supply of silver. Oh, and there's another factor that we need to talk about, right? That is the fact that as demand for silver continues to skyrocket because of that price suppression, those people at the COMEX and the LBMA, they shot themselves in the foot. They kept the price down. Nobody invested. Very few people invested in new silver mines. It wasn't economic, right, for most companies to go out and drill to find new silver. It takes a decade for a new silver mine to come on board. So while this demand skyrockets and this imbalance gets corrected, now I'm not a financial advisor. Don't make any financial decisions based on what I'm saying. I'm just telling you how I see it. Okay? But as this happens, okay, and even if the price does skyrocket, well, guess what? Because there's been no real investments made into silver exploration or development, it's going to take a long time. We're going to have the best party for 3, 4, 5. It's going to take years for the silver mining sector to increase their production. They can't just flip a switch. Okay. It could be very, very interesting. Now, if you want to get your hands on some silver right now, I want to say thank you to channel sponsor. See it right there, First Mint. And talk about one of the companies that has continued to look for silver. That's First Majestic Silver. What does First Majestic Silver have to do with First Mint? Well, First Majestic owns First Mint. Okay, Keith Neumeyer's First Majestic Silver mines silver out of the ground in Mexico, the freshest silver on the market. And they mine that silver, and they don't send it to the COMEX or the LBMA. No, they send it to First Mint, the mint that they own in Las Vegas, Nevada, where it is minted into world-class silver bullion products. And then it goes directly to you from the mine to the mint, minted in the USA, directly to you. I want to show you one of their newest products that they just put out. This is fresh out of the mint. This silver was recently mined in Mexico. Okay. It's their Las Vegas round. And they've got a number of other beautiful products. You can check them out on their website. They got great prices, great selection. And it's Keith Neumeyer's First Majestic Silver. It's a company you can trust. Here, as a matter of fact, let's just go out there and let's do a little shopping. Welcome to the Home Shopping Club. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Here we go. This is the First Mint website. And I'm going to pull it up for you here, guys. Let's go to their main page. It's firstmint.com. That happens to be what I think is one of the most beautiful images, that American Indian on their Buffalo round. Okay, there's the Las Vegas round I just showed you. Okay, poker chip on one side, roulette wheel on the other. Really a cool product. They've also got bars. Oh, wow, they got a sale. $1 off silver cast bars. That's awesome. And Year of the Snake, we've seen that. And the Year of the Dragon. Great, great company. Free shipping over $199. Oh, and before I forget, but wait, there's more. There's a discount code, VIP RB. VIP, and then think Ron's Basement, RB. All right, guys, let's move on here to the next. Okay, now we've got massive influencers in the precious metal sector calling for big major moves in. There's another one. Here we go. There's the silver lease rates exploding again. That's not what we're going to look at. We're going to go here, and we're going to go to North Star Charts. Look at this. Massive influencer on X, 116,000 followers, talking about $200 silver. Let's talk about the reason why. Okay. Why did he say that? Because if you think silver at 40, 50, or 60 is the end, think again. It's barely the beginning. Only the beginning. Silver. We're going to sing a lot when we get to $200 silver. Should fly after stock markets have bottomed in 2026 or 2027. Think 100, 200, and you'll be a lot closer to the mark. And they do in-depth technical analysis. This right here shows us the handle, all right, on the world's biggest and prettiest, most wonderful cup and handle pattern that we've ever seen. But again, calling for silver prices as high as $200 per ounce, a major influencer on X. And let's go to the next one here. This really shocked me. This is Advait Aurora. Okay, Advait happens to have 200,000 followers on X. But what's even more interesting is that he's a student of the market since 2001. Some multi-baggers, many lessons, always learning. But look at this. Silver forming a 45-year cup and handle, which is one of the rarest and most bullish long-term patterns ever seen in commodities, as per experts. Prices are nearing the neckline, and if it breaks out, this won't be a small move. I'm super bullish on silver just because we can't get enough of this. The 45-year cup and handle. But wait, guys, there's reason, even more reason to be optimistic about this. Because people like Mike Maloney, other analysts have pointed out the fact that on a 12-month rolling annual basis, a 6-month basis, and even a quarterly basis, silver has broken out. Okay, on those levels, silver has broken out of this cup and handle formation. Look, I know it's the summer doldrums, right? Everybody's whatever. We are hanging so strong with the silver and the gold price. There's great, great, great things to come. And then what does Tavi Costa show us? Even more. You want another reason to be excited about the precious metals, including silver? Here we go. This was posted by Gen X Tina. She says the silver bull cycle is just getting started, and I need to share the right page. There we go. However, what she shares is this great, great, great chart from Tavi Costa showing silver prices 10-year rolling changes as a percentage. Okay, 10-year rolling change as a percentage. Here's the percentages over here. You can see 1,000 from a zero. Here's the long term starting back in 1970. Okay, as you can see, obviously up here in 1980 when silver, that was the one of the rims of the cup, right? The 10-year. So this measures the 10-year kind of average rolling change in the price of silver. As we can see, again, it shot up all the way to like 1,000% in 2011. If we circle that down there, what are we seeing right now? Let's circle this a bunch of times. What we're seeing right now is that 10-year rolling average right here, okay, guys, is starting to move up. And if it continues, and I believe that it will, that will spell much, much, much higher prices for the silver price. And just in case, this was a great comment from one of you basement dwellers on the most recent video. This came from His Highness 8472, talking about the beach ball held underwater. Hold on a minute here. There we go. The beach ball held underwater in the silver market. Okay. He said, remember, the beach ball being held underwater is filled with helium. Thanks to our friends over at the COMEX in the LBMA. We're going to talk about gold next, but I want to say thank you to channel sponsor First Mining Gold. They help sponsor the gold and silver content here in the basement. First Mining Gold right there. That's the stock that I own. I have owned for years. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice. But First Mining Gold is a Canadian gold mining company, a development stage company. That means they've defined millions of ounces of gold in the ground in Canada. Their two biggest projects, right? Springpole in Ontario and Duparquet in Quebec, both have multi-million ounce deposits of gold that have been determined. It's like buying gold in the ground. I don't own a lot of physical gold. Okay. However, I own that stock because I like the idea of owning the gold in the ground. And they're going through this exciting phase where they're working on getting the permits, the permitting process for those mines. So there's a lot of potential catalysts coming down the road. They also have another project in Canada called Cameron, which has around another 1,000,000 ounces of gold in the ground. That company was also formed by Keith Neumeyer. He's the chairman of the board, and he continues to buy the stock. It's all public information. You can go on ceo.ca. Keith Neumeyer just made a large purchase of First Mining Gold stock. So I'm super excited about the company, but also very appreciative of them for helping sponsor Ron's Basement. If you have any questions about the company, you can actually reach out to their Director of Investor Relations, the one and only Mr. Paul Morris, Paul at firstmininggold.com. But let's talk about gold and what Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan are saying, what we can expect in the gold price. We get this from Jesse Colombo, who's emerging as one of the top analysts in the precious metal sector. This guy puts out great information. He asks, how realistic are Goldman and JP Morgan's, hold on here. There he is. Sorry about that. There's Jesse in the upper left corner. How realistic are Goldman's and JP Morgan's $4,000 gold targets? And there we are. Despite gold's strong price gains over the past 15 months, Goldman Sachs on Monday reaffirmed its forecast for gold to reach $3,700 by the end of 2025. Hey guys, how do you feel about that? I feel pretty good, right? We're what, 3,350-ish right now? 3,700 sounds good. And 4,000 by mid-2026. That's just 12 months from now. Okay. This is interesting. JP Morgan agrees with Goldman, and last week predicted that gold would average $36.75 an ounce in the fourth quarter of this year. Still good, rising to 4,000 in the third quarter of 2026. Again, about 12 months from now. Previously, the firm didn't expect gold to reach 4,000 at all next year. Natasha Kaneva, reminds me of Evel Knievel, head of global commodity strategy at JP Morgan, explained that the risk of a recession and global trade tensions make 4,000 target even more achievable. Quote from Natasha, we remain deeply convinced of a continued structural bull case for gold and raise our price targets accordingly. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Natasha. Thank you, gold market, because when the gold price goes up, it's going to bring the silver price with it. We love silver. We love gold. And as the gold to silver ratio continues to compress, let's do some quick math. If we get $4,000 gold, right? And we get, let's say, a 50-to-1 gold to silver ratio, which historically is very normal. So don't throw eggs at me, okay? Don't throw your American Silver Eagles at me. Those things hurt when you throw them through the screen. That is my math correct? $4,000 gold, 12 months from now. Let's just imagine. Let's go on a little trip together. $4,000 gold, like JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs are saying, 12 months from now. And we got a 50-to-1 gold to silver ratio, meaning it would only take 50 ounces of silver to get 1 ounce of gold, which is historically within the realm of normalcy. That would make the silver price $80 per ounce. Look, I have a degree in accounting. That's right. Audit me, right? The future looks super bright for gold. The future looks super duper bright for silver. The future looks bright for us. Those of us who've been through the fire, those of us who withstood, right, the heckles and the insults from our relatives, our neighbors, our pastors. What are you buying silver for? What are you buying gold for? It's a barbarous relic. Oh, really? Right? I've always said silver is the original form of cryptocurrency. Okay? But nonetheless, we have withstood the heckles. Do you feel like maybe the tide is turning? Do you feel like maybe it's time for your day in the sun? Right? You stood by your convictions. Now, and the beautiful thing of it, guys, the beautiful thing of it is we became such a small, tight-knit community, the precious metals community. The beauty of it is that right now, right, we were small. As people, it's not going to take many people joining us. Here's one more secret for you. It's not going to take many people joining us to have a major impact on the demand for gold, silver, and the gold and silver mining stocks. Okay? Look, I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm just telling you what's happening right now, right before our very eyes. Because we know what's happening in the world. We know that this thing, oh, should I open this? Maybe I shouldn't open it. Yeah, let's open it. Poor guy's under attack from the president. Okay, thank you. That's upstairs, Susie. Say hello to some people. This poor guy's under attack from the president. But we know that at the end of the day, the more of these that he prints, here, let's get his picture up. The more of these that he prints, I wonder if I can pull it out of the box. Nope, it'll rip. Don't want to rip our door, right? The more valuable this beautiful Las Vegas silver round from channel sponsor First Mint, the more valuable this becomes. That's the real. Susie, hey, everybody say hi to upstairs Susie. For those of you who are new, because we got a lot of new people joining us. By the way, subscribe to the channel. It's free. We got a special going for you, right? We never charge anything. You can choose to be here, and it's a big honor you're here. But please subscribe to the channel. Give it a thumbs up and press that button. Upstairs Susie, that's my wife, and she just said something. Let's see if we can get her on the walkie-talkie here. Susie, did you say we almost had 100 likes?
You need 3 more. Over.
Oh, come on, guys. Can you please give us 3 more likes? And I'll.
Got it. 103.
Okay. Thank you, over. All right, we got 100 likes. I will do it. I will ring the golden gong, and then we're going to look and say hello to some people. Who's some people? All right, you're a person. You're an individual. You're special. Let's ring the gong. We got 100 thumbs up. Listen to it resonate. It's still resonating. Can you hear it? All right. Let's say hi to some of the basement dwellers. And before we do that, guys, don't forget, these guys are so nice at this company, and I love this thing. Dirty Man Safe. You might have a safe in your house. You might think it's fireproof. You might have a safety deposit box at the bank. You might think it's safe. You might hide stuff in your walls. But if you really want to keep things safe, you got to do what's been working for thousands of years. That's what the pirates did. They buried their treasure in the ground, and it's proven a safe and effective way to keep your valuables out of harm. Fire can't touch it. Flood can't touch it. Nothing can touch it, right? And you're 2 feet down. A dog can't dig it up. Nothing. Dirty Man Safe. Dirty Man Safe. And there's a discount code, RON10. There's a link in the description of this video. These things are awesome. When I first got it, it way exceeded my expectations. I thought, a plastic tube that I bury in my yard. When you get these, and it comes with this big sleeve, right? You put this sleeve in the ground, all right? And then this fits down inside of it, and there's a cap that goes on top. There's a handle. It's really a cool product. And then it's very robust. You open her up on the bottom. It's got a giant O-ring on there, and you put something in there. I got a little unicorn in there, something valuable. I won't ask about your valuables, and only you know where it's buried in your yard. But again, safe from fire, flood, everything else. Let's say hi to some of the dwellers. All right, let's pull up some comments here. Who should I say? Hold on here. Suzanne, is there anyone, or upstairs Susie, is there anyone you recommend that I say hello to? I see Josh Lynch from Queensland, Australia. I think Susie and I went there.
I think just try and say hello to everyone. There was a question from a person named Ron from Crestwood.
Ron from Crestwood. All right. Well, let me see if I can go through these comments. Wow, I'll be digging up your yard. Yeah, mine's in the basement. Randy, you funny guy, you. Hello, Randy, Dandy. Hello. All right. Mountain Grizzly in Montana. Wow. I'm in St. Louis. Gong is sweeter than the bell. Yeah, I love the gong. Thank you, BS Tard. Shush. We used to have a guy here named Old Dirty Bastard. There's who's this. Oh, look at this. That's upstairs Susie. Let's pull her up. Hi, Susie. I think she really wanted me to say hi to her. Tom, Bartard. I'm looking through Magic Moon, Mountain Grizzly, Mr. Tom, Randy Miller. Hello, Abram Taylor. Hey, Abram, good to see you, buddy. Ron, hello from Ron in Crestwood. Hold on a minute. Here. Let's see if I can pull this up so I can see it. Let's see. Oh, shoot. I can't read it. All right. Hold on, guys. We're having some technical problems here. Sorry. I can't read that. Okay. Hello from Ron and Crestwood. Do the banks have any SLV short positions remaining to sell? I think they're out of options and agree the end of the short position is nearing to an end. From what I understand, and I think new data will come out today, this COT report, Commitment of Traders, but we've been at or near record level shorts by the big banks, okay? Basically, for those of you who don't know, a short is when they sell the silver, thinking that in the future they can buy it back at a lower price and make a profit. But if the price goes up the opposite way that they're hoping for, they have to buy the silver back. That's called a short squeeze, right? If the price starts to take off. So I don't know. You know, the banks, look, the reality is we've got a lot of weird dislocations right now in the silver market. However, the banks will can never cease to amaze us. So we'll have to see how that one plays out. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. Thank you for joining me in the basement. It's always a big pleasure. Seriously, right? The most important person here right now is you. It's a big honor. Susie and I say thank you for your support of the channel. Okay. Be good to yourself. Don't forget, please subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Have a great day, and let's go. Hi-ho, silver.